Engaging contacts. Within weapons range. Fire everything we got! Prepare for ramming speed! Hey you guys, Jake Anthony here, and first and foremost I want to apologize to all the people who watch my videos and who subscribe so far. This video was going to go up on Saturday at the latest. I never got around to doing it. A lot of things happened this weekend. A lot of friends, a lot of family came over. We did a lot of things this weekend. Also Sunday was me and my wife's 1-year anniversary. So this weekend I never got around to doing this video, so here it is. Everything's gonna be back on track now and back on schedule. Monday's gonna be the beginning of the week for first video of the week. Then we're gonna have a video Wednesday, and we're gonna have a video either Friday or Saturday. So we're back on track. Don't worry, you guys. Okay, so get in the Dreadnought. Dreadnought is going to be almost like a first-person shooter. I don't know how to classify it, but it is a very good space combat game. Not really a simulation game, not really a first-person shooter, but it is pretty cool. It's going to be a free-to-play multiplayer. Well, at least that's the vision that the devs are looking to. Of course, you'll see in the gameplay footage that I'll have over here that they're playing Slayer most of the time. There'll be other game types other than Slayer. It's going to be 5-on-5 multiplayer. They're going to have different game variants. I'm sure there's going to be tons of fun stuff to do there. Also, they're talking about a single player co-op, which I'm very excited for. That's going to be, unfortunately, that's probably going to be, paid for content, which is perfectly fine. If it's free to play and I'm able to have to pay for the single player campaign with cutscenes and dialogue and a storyline, I'm all for it, and I'm more than happy to pay for something that quality. Of course, when you're watching the video, you see the quality of the gameplay, and you're like, alright, that's gonna be pretty cool. Of course, the game is still in a pre-alpha state, so we have a long way to go for this game is done. You still got to go to a closed alpha, then a beta, then I don't know if they're gonna beta it with people like on Steam or the early adopters, or people who get to play early access. But we'll see what happens. But this game is definitely on my list to watch out for, because for the people who don't know me, I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I'm a huge space nerd. I love space. Anything with space just gets me going. Just the concept of traveling to different planets or seeing the stars, just I really geek out on that. And this game right here is something I've been waiting for a long time. There's never been really anything similar to it. It kind of reminds me of Star Trek Legacy, but Star Trek Legacy was slow, and you'll see this game is a little slow, but depending on the class of ships that you have, it can speed it up, slow it down, just depending, and which is a good segue into the ship classes that there's going to be. Of course, there's going to be the heavy Dreadnought class, the Monarch class. It's a slow but powerful ship, of course, as you would realize it being a Dreadnought. Very powerful weapons, very powerful shields. You're going to have missile barrages. You're going to have, broadside attacks, cannons. And when you're the Dreadnought, you're powerful, but you're slow. It makes you a slow-moving target. But your shields and your hull strength, you can take a beating and dish it out too. Then of course there's the medium corvette, the Fulgora class. It's quick, but of course it's very weak. Has a cloaking ability built into it, so you'll be able to move around the map stealthily, cloak. Of course you can't fire while you're cloaked, just like in Star Trek, unless you're General Chang. There's also a torpedo barrage, which would be very helpful when taking on bigger ships, bigger classes of ships. You can just cloak, fly up to them without you knowing, get underneath them, and just launch a torpedo attack. Very powerful, very devastating, depending on the ship's shield strength or hull strength. But it is very weak. You know, you're not gonna last in a dogfight if they see you or spot you. So that's the downside of having a Corvette. The Light Destroyer class, which is a Vulcan class, the Light Destroyer is a very balanced ship. It has a very powerful complement of weapons alongside very strong shields. Of course, not as strong as a Dreadnought, but that's to be expected because it is a lot quicker than a Dreadnought. So, you know, you have more of a balanced, you know, attack and defense with the Light Destroyer. It's probably going to be the ship that I use the most. Although the Dreadnought's pretty cool because it kind of reminds me of the Daedalus class ship from Stargate Atlantis. You know, being able to, just the way it's shaped. Ships look very cool, of course. Getting back to the Light Destroyer, it comes equipped with the battering ram. So, you know, when you see a ship and you're in close proximity, of course it has to be timed because your special weapons aren't going to be, you know, unlimited. So you have a cooldown time, then you have the time to actually use your weapon, and as long as you're close to the ship, you turn that battering ram on and you just smash into the other ship. You know, that's what I was saying. Just full power to ramming speed. You know, just go at them like crazy. So that just seems very fun. Can't wait to do that once. Then you have the medium artillery class, the Savarg class. Basically, it's just a sniper ship, a very long distance energy weapon. Although, you know, if you see it in the video, you'll see that the weapon, you're able to shoot the weapon at any angle. Of course, that's going to be fixed. This is, of course, like I said, an early alpha. So the weapon kind of free floats, so you could be like sideways and you're still shooting that sniper weapon. It's going to be more of the arc for the weapon is going to be smaller. It's going to be more direct. You're going to have to be more lined up with them to make the shot, but very powerful energy weapon. The light tactical cruiser, basically just a med ship. It's stronger than a light destroyer, the Corvette class, or not the light destroyer, but the medium Corvette, the Fulgora class. It is stronger than that. Better shields, better hull, but it lacks in the weapon department, of course, because it's a med ship. So, you know, there's not a lot of firepower. You were able to take a little bit of a beating and hit other ships, but as far as dishing it out, it's not a ship to go, you know, into a direct engagement with. The ship looks cool though, I must admit. I am a fan of the way the ship design looks. I might have to play that ship a couple times, even though it doesn't have a lot of weaponry. Those were the 5 ships, at least in the pre-alpha build. But I'm led to imagine that there's going to be more ships than that, because just by looking at the names, heavy Dreadnought, medium Corvette, light destroyer, medium artillery cruiser, light tactical cruiser, it makes you think there's going to be at least 3 subclasses in each class. You know, medium or light, medium, heavy. And what we're seeing is all the classes, but with a mixture of the subclasses that we're able to play at least. So that seems very interesting. I'm interested to see if the ships will look different if there are different subclasses. If, you know, you can also, I know for a fact you're also going to be able to swap weapons except your main weapon. Your main weapon for each class is going to stay the same, but the other abilities that your ship can do, you'll be able to swap as well, so you'll be able to customize your ships. But like I said, I'm very interested to see if there are going to be 3 subclasses per class. Will they look different? So we'll see about that. Like I said, this is the game to definitely keep your eye out for, especially if you're into space shooters. If you just want to get like a huge Dreadnought class ship and just go into battle. This is something I've always wanted, and unfortunately I haven't been able to play something like this. The closest I've been able to get is Sins of our Solar Empire. I don't know if you've ever played Sins, but Sins is a strategy game, and it's not the same, of course, with strategy games. But, you know, I take over a capital ship, and I'm able to, you know, use like a missile barrage as you're fighting other ships in the area. It's your standard strategy game, but it has the elements of this game in it, so I've been able to suppress me wanting to play this game so bad with that game. But definitely this game is going to be something special, I think. And so as you can see from the video, you know, that's behind me, the game is beautiful. It looks beautiful. Just the ship, the way the ships look, to the landscaping. At least in the pre-alpha build, you see there is one space map and there's one, you know, in orbit or low orbit map where you're fighting buildings, mountain ranges. One looks like it's an asteroid with like a mining station set up through the asteroid belt. You know, very graphically stunning. Ships look great. The ship impact, or the missile impacts, the weapon impacts, the shield impacts. And also, when you're able to transfer energy to specific weapons, either you transfer energy to the shields, you transfer energy to the weaponry, you transfer weapons to the engines. And I like the animations for the engines because, you know, you can see them go to full thrust when you transfer weapons. It looks pretty cool. You know, it looks like something you see on a sci-fi show, and I love that. I love that look. Definitely something to get if you're a big sci-fi nerd, or you're just into spaceships. You know, spaceships blowing the crap out of each other. This is the game for you. So for Project Monkey Man's anticipated rating, we give it a BAM 10.10 because, well, I love space games. I love capital ships blowing each other up. And just looking to the future, this game, it has to be the most anticipated game of the year for me. I don't know about for you, but definitely for someone who's into sci-fi things, into spaceships and space battles and seeing it on TV and on movies and trying to play it in video games, this is a definite 10 out of 10. It probably won't get better than this for a game of this type. So yeah, so there it is, 10 out of 10. And that's it for the Dreadnought review. Like I said, the video is going to be posting today, Monday. Then we'll have another video on Wednesday. I am not quite sure what I'm going to do for Wednesday's video. Friday, I'm probably going to do Sins. Then Monday, I'm going to do the top 10. So that's what we got planned. Wednesday, I might go to something serious again. Maybe keep Wednesday serious, and Monday's video and Saturday video is going to be about games. We'll see how that goes. Tell me what you guys think, if that's how you want it to go. As for right now, that's going to be the course. So yeah, go ahead, click the subscribe button down at the bottom. Go ahead, leave a comment, or click the button. Actually, the button would be around here somewhere, around the football area. Go ahead, click that button. It takes you straight to my page. Click subscribe. Go ahead, leave a comment. I'm more than happy to answer any comments you guys have, any questions on the game, questions on gameplay. I'm more than happy to talk to you guys about your thoughts and opinions on the game, or answer your guys' questions. So for the end, I'm gonna go ahead and let the gameplay video play out, so you guys can see the full-blown, you know, game capture of the game. Tell me what you guys think. So I'll see you guys next time on Project Monkey Man Gaming.